my heart is focusing on this younger generation because at the end of the day, I believe it's almost kind of like Joshua. I believe I'm in the Joshua. I believe
Yeah.
I'm in the Joshua generation. That's gonna come take some of the wisdom that I got from the older brothers, because there's some good stuff I got, but gonna roll with these younger folks and gonna get some stuff done. Because at the end of the day, that's what's gonna bring change. That's what's gonna bring change.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
I try to be a mentor to
I,
the younger boys. I try to steer them right. I try to push them to be businesses. I'm pushing a lot of them to get into trades. Get Jesus in your life. Put him first. Be a man. Man up. I'm dealing with them YN boys. Getting them to Jesus.
yeah.
Because them old
I'm
Mhm.
folks,
with
I'm
you.
done with them.
And
I'm
I
done
agree
with
with
them.
that.
So I
And
rock with you, bro. I get with you. But I'm done with
and
these
that's the
old folks.
thing.
I'm
Like we
done
all
with the
got our
religious folks, man.
and that's the thing. We all got our lane. We all got our lane of where we should be. Like most of the people that were just in the chat on Facebook, I helped them get to where they wanted to be. So I can't do this on a grand scale because of who I work for. I can't do it. But I do. I show people.
Well,
I put people onto the game, and they and help them understand the game. And it's up to you to do it. And you got to start small. You got to start small. It ain't gonna happen overnight. But if you trust the process, you're gonna see yourself. You're gonna see it. You're gonna see it. You're gonna see it, and it's gonna happen. Because again, like I said,
yeah.
these people is not going. They're not going to do nothing. They don't intend on doing. And I don't blame them. And I don't blame them
But that,
because like with
but that's
anything, right?
can't wait for them to do anything. I don't care. Look, I ran and I knocked on this door, and this kid said that'll be the day white people let a Puerto Rican become mayor of this town. And I said that's funny because we're the 63% of the population.
Right.
Yeah.
27,000 voters are Latino. 1,200 come out to vote every year.
Mm-hmm.
Whose fault is it that we don't
It's
have
Well,
not
yeah.
vote.
positions of
That's the thing. It's 2025. Voting ain't
talking
done nothing yet.
politics? I'm talking politics. In the political spectrum, we have 27,000 registered Latinos in the city of Allentown, and they're complaining that white people won't let us get positions of power. Come
You're
on,
right.
man. Like, stop it.
So
Mm.
so
Stop.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. You're trying to get in positions of power. Only one person at a time, bro. Amongst millions. But what you can do is show everybody. Look, all white people ain't trying to get in power, but I tell you one thing: most white kids, the first thing they do when they get out of college is buy a home. You want to know why?
Yeah.
That's how wealth transfers.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
See, that's the thing. Black and Latin people is so gun ho on point in power.
Yeah. They just don't
I don't
understand
need
how
to.
to get.
Guess what? Listen,
Yeah.
I don't care where I'm at in life right now. I don't care to be nobody's pastor, nobody's daggone politician, nobody's nothing. Because I'm realizing, oh snap. I could if God got me right here. I could trust him. I don't care. I don't care for all that other stuff. And just imagine if a million other black people, Latin people can do what I do.
Yeah.
And now I say, hey Sam, Tim, and Marv. Hey, look, let's go put up 20,000 a piece and go buy this piece of land. We don't need nobody's bank.
When I was doing door knocking, I knocked on his door, and it was we was in Allentown. No, actually, yeah, we was in this new development in Bethlehem. It was a new development I never seen before. Knock on the door. It was a Hispanic family, Latino family. The guy straight up, he had a Maserati in the front, just stand the third. And my assumption is, man, what's this guy doing? Is something illegal going on? But that's just in my mind, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know how he got acquired all that stuff. But he simply said, when I gave him the door hanger, and I said, yeah, we're here. We're from an organization called Libre. We're trying to empower Latinos or whatever. The first thing he said, he gave it back. He says, I don't need the government. We don't use anything from the government, which I don't know if that's a stretch. But he said, we worked hard. We got this property, and we're family. We have a family business. We're owned, and we don't need help from the government. To
Right.
me, that struck me like, wow, he was
That's
a
facts.
Latino man with his family. It looked like he was well established, and he looked like he owned
Said it.
things like Marvel was
Latino
saying.
man
I'm
with
about to
And
his
say
that
family.
something,
that
bro.
that
And
means
watch
it
this.
limits government.
And watch
So
this, right?
now the plot was, because I'm from the projects, in a city that's been Democratic for many years, New York City, right? They actually put us in a project, and they call it the projects. They weren't even hiding the whole name of it. So they put us in. What would happen if we put Latinos and blacks, and unfortunately they would call the white people poor white trash. I'm sorry, that's the way they used to call them. Not us. We didn't call it. But to live in the projects, be a white person in the 80s, in the early 90s, they would call you poor white trash. Excuse me for saying that, but that's what I heard the terms. What will happen to those people if we put them all in those projects? How would they survive? Well, their experiment kind of like worked. It didn't work entirely. They weren't the way it wanted it to work. We didn't all massacre each other, but there was a lot of black on black crime, Latin on Latin crime. There was a lot of drugs. There was a lot of